Good morning, everyone. Today I would like to share with you my most recently completed sketchbook. I just finished it, a month and a half ago, maybe closer to 2 months, and I had it for just over a year. Now, I've heard a lot of YouTube artists say that it's good to keep a sketchbook for no more than a couple months at a time, and that is because it's very helpful, I guess, to go through a large volume of work in a relatively short time. Helps you improve pretty drastically. And I totally agree with that, but as you can see, I like to have all my corners filled. I like to have things hiding under other things. And I don't know, I just don't like very much blank space in my sketchbooks, generally. So I guess that kind of justifies having it for more than a couple months, at least in my mind. I don't know. This bowling shoe here actually helped me get a job as a graphic designer at my school. And yeah, it was a great job. I loved it so much. I had to give it up because I just graduated, yay! But it was a student position, so I couldn't keep it for longer than I was at school. But yeah, I hate the blank space so much that I'll even fill it up with like banana stickers and dentist appointment stickers and stuff like that. Computerized images like this were usually made by me at my position, but this one actually was made by a friend. I don't take credit for that one. But a lot of the time I like to staple those in things that I was working on at work. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this paper is very poor quality. It warped really easily when I was using it. And honestly, it's probably worse than printer paper. It's got kind of like a shiny texture to it. This was a coloring page that I just randomly put in there. And the reason behind that, oh my god, I'm going on so many tangents. But the reason behind that is sometimes you just don't feel like drawing. And when that happens, I still like to keep my creative juices flowing. So sometimes I'll put in things like that just to be able to use that half of my brain and color and stuff without being super duper creative. But, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the paper is like kind of shiny and unpleasant to draw on, and marker bled through so easily. So I couldn't really have like big complex drawings back to back. And the way I kind of fought against that was a lot of gluing of pages together and a lot of stapling things to cover up like ink and whatever. And honestly, I think that kind of worked for me. Because as I said, I don't like to have corners blank. So I don't know, I guess like the clipping of things in and stuff like that, I really like it. And I guess that kind of just relates back to my life in general, because my bedroom is kind of the same way. I have a lot of like tapestries and drawings up all over the place. I have way more furniture than I need. I don't know, I like to have things to look at. This page bothers me so much because it's not done and there's like, it's not busy and I don't know. I guess it's also pretty beneficial to work with materials that make you uncomfortable sometimes, like the really bad paper. And that's because it kind of forces you to use materials in a creative way, like do things that you wouldn't normally do. And here I wanted to keep these two figures like not stuck in the sketchbook. I wanted to have them in a way that I could easily take them out and like pose them in different places and things like that. So I kept them in plastic bags, and it was creative and weird, and it worked for me. Another weird thing I like to do is kind of tape or glue in things that don't really belong. Like this is an orchid petal or a whole flower. I don't know. Again, the blank space, I don't like it. Plus, it's just fun. It makes it kind of busy and it makes it my own, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't really do that. Something kind of interesting about this sketchbook was that, as I told you guys, I just graduated, and every art student at my school has their big final test, which is putting together like a gallery of their work. And we had to choose 10 pieces to put in, and a very good art friend of mine suggested that I put in this sketchbook, which is kind of unheard of, because a sketchbook is a very personal thing, where a lot of the time you put personal ideas and you, I don't know, you just play and you grow. But it was quite funny because I decided to take her advice and put it in, and honestly, it got more attention than any of my real pieces that were in the show, which was kind of cool. And people were like reading my notes and comparing the notes to the actual pieces that I had in the show. It was very quite cool. These two, I was going to draw all the Pokemon was my idea, because I've recently been kind of obsessed with Pokemon Go. I know it's super annoying, but it's fun. It's a good time killer, and I really enjoy it. But that's as far as I got. Just 1 and 2. So that's dedication for you. When we get to kind of boring pages like this, these are mostly like school works. I wish I didn't have to have this in here, but whatever. Also, I apologize for how kind of nasty my voice probably sounds right now. I've been battling a cold for like the past 2 weeks. It's been so annoying. This was for a request for a friend. He has a bowling team and wanted like a funny, not funny, but interesting mascot to put on their uniforms. It's more schoolwork. And also, I know I must kind of sound like a broken record here, but I really do apologize for not having a good upload schedule. I know it's usually, it's not rare that I have several months in between a couple videos. And I'm sorry for that. As I said, I just graduated, and I've been so busy with school, as art students know. I guess YouTube is a thing that I've always kind of wanted to do, but I don't know, it's a hard goal to reach, I guess. I give major props to people who have, like, well put together channels, and it's real hard, especially when you are slightly camera shy, like me. That's another thing. I feel like having a regular uploading schedule would really help me overcome that and be more of a social person, I guess. It's not that I'm a hermit, I don't know. There are things I can improve on, like everyone. And I feel like being put in front of a camera would quite a bit help with that. My sister drew this for me. So I don't know, I hope to have more videos in the future, and I hope to have definitely not as big gaps in between videos, but we shall see. I'm not promising anything. This was a very small plan for an enormous painting that I did. Each of these is 1 foot by 3 feet, and the thing is freaking huge, and I love it, and it took up my entire semester, and I am very proud. David is my drawing teacher, who occasionally had to look at our sketchbooks for a grade, so you might see a couple notes to him in here. A little graduation picture of my character. And apparently I can't turn pages today. it's more schoolwork, some thumbnails and such. More schoolwork and work. Another weird thing I like to do is keep like clothing tags in my sketchbook if I find like a brand that I like or something. There's this running joke that I have several jeans that are called Amanda. I don't know, it's a running joke in my family where whenever I wear them, they'll all point out, "Oh my goodness, is that Amanda?" It's very strange. I have very weird people. Okay, this page got like the most attention at my art show. A lot of people were laughing hysterically, which I found awesome. I took yoga this past semester, and if you know me in real life, I am not athletic whatsoever. A lot of it was really hard for me, but it was quite fun. I also do like to practice with a lot of different media in my sketchbook. Like this is oil paint here, and this is watercolor, and this is pen. I don't know, it should be a place to learn, and I think I learn best when I mix media and play with different things. That is an inside joke. I have a friend who was vacationing in Florida for about a week, and she had the hardest time ever getting back because her flights kept getting canceled. So the journey home, it took probably about 3 days when it should not have taken that long. Kind of another joke that I have, a lot of like Disney wolves or animated wolves bother me quite a bit because they are just pretty much exist to be scary, and they don't really have personalities. Like, the wolves that stand out to me are in Beauty and the Beast, and they just exist to further the plot. Also, a lot of them only have 3 toes when they're supposed to have more toes than that. Yeah, I don't know. People think I'm weird for thinking that way, but it bothers me a lot. Like, you guys are animators, and a lot of your canines are very, like, I don't know. Okay, he is an inside joke as well. My friend and I, oh my goodness, my voice. My friend and I designed him on a very sugary night. We had a lot of Mountain Dew and stuff, and we just decided to come up with the most ridiculous character we could think of. And I still draw him sometimes because he's ridiculously funny. And behind here, hands. And that was a joke from my figure drawing class. My teacher was giving a demonstration on how to draw hands and arms, and he drew an arm that was very vibrantly colored, and since then he has a severe case of Sherbert arm. I don't know, man. I have weird people. That should be the quote of the day. I have weird people. And I think we're about to the end here. Yep, that's it. It's the end, haha. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. As I said, hopefully there will be more sooner rather than later. Hopefully it won't be 6 months before I upload again. But yeah, let me know if you liked this so that I can make more, because obviously the next sketchbook is already in the works, and there is a lot more where this came from. But yeah, I will put in the description where my Instagram and all that lovely stuff is, so you can come see me there if you would like to see me there. I love it when people talk to me and stuff, tell me what you like, and yeah, okay, I should end this. goodbye and thank you and goodbye. Have a lovely day.